All right, guys, welcome back to Paranormal Unexplained. We got a couple guests today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We got Courtney and we got Zach.
Yeah, Zach couldn't actually be here on time, so we've got a little pillow of Zach's
Little
face.
homage.
This is our one of our DPs. He shoots things for us, so he'll be here. He's going to be kind of quiet, but it'll be all right.
He may take a break every once in a while, but
We got Heather hanging out in the back. She gave up her seat so Courtney could sit there.
Hello.
Courtney, what is it you do for the company?
I
Do for the company. Yeah.
drive Heather around and take pictures.
She's Heather's chauffeur, everyone.
All right, if you're part of the squad, guys, you're going to notice Courtney's been around for quite a while in the hauntings episodes.
Yep.
yeah.
So,
But you got to be on squad for that. So.
yeah.
So, join the squad.
Sorry,
Yeah.
non-squatters. So what do we got today, Santina?
Well, we've got some pretty cool videos today, if I do say so myself. First
Aliens,
one up
scary
is a
ghosts.
Mexican flying witch. And then after that, we got a Wendigo or a Dogman, which everyone's been asking for. Whatever you want to call it. And then after that, we got a really interesting ghost clip.
You know
So,
what's really cool about the Flying Witch?
what's that?
That one of our viewers submitted that for us to review.
Wow.
That's awesome.
With this one?
Yeah?
That's a witch?
Yes.
That's what they're saying.
All right.
May 17th, 2006.
So,
I mean, you can almost.
Whoa, they zoomed in.
Almost.
Yeah, they're trying, I think they're trying and failing to save
whoa.
it.
what's the screen go black on the sides? Are they filming something?
I think this was originally filmed off of a computer monitor with a camera. So not only are you trying to stabilize the original camera, you're also trying to stabilize the camera that's jumping around looking at the computer monitor. So
okay.
And I mean, it looks like it was filmed with a potato, so.
Or a chalupa.
Or a chalupa. Oh yeah, we need to be regional here.
Oh.
Taco camera.
Where'd it go?
I think it's
up
all
at
the way
top
at the top. Nope, wait. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Man, we had crappy quality back in 2006.
Well,
I mean, chalupas have come a long way since then.
Yeah, we got the quesalupa.
yeah.
All right, I'm going to pause it right about
Right
here.
there.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, that's weird. So
I mean,
when I picture a witch,
A broom.
is she riding a churro?
She's riding a churro.
Okay, so I picture like a
Apologies
broom,
to our
right?
Mexican fans.
A broom. No, I love churros. Right? There's no broom. What is
well,
she?
depending
Is she
how
just
far
like?
away you are, maybe you can't see
It's a
it thin.
sweeper.
Yeah.
It almost looks like someone holding on to something
Yeah.
that's vertical.
At one angle, you could almost see a pointy hat.
Oh,
Almost. It's really tough
Almost.
'cause
And then it's
so
like at the
bloody.
bottom is that tapering robes hanging over a broom. Like Santino said, like someone on a broom hunched over, but the broom is more upright.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because the person that sent it as a response to the one that we have out where it looks like we talked about maybe a jetpack, where somebody's arms are down and then your legs are up almost like in a chair position. And if that were a similar thing here, they're really leaning forward. If it were from a Halloween costume, which it clearly is, as there's the pointy hat.
Or,
I don't know
just
many
some of the
witches that wear the
style.
pointy hat.
or it's not a pointy hat and it's like a garbage bag full of balloons with a little basket on the bottom.
Come on.
I mean, because you already
Why do
said
you
there's
just
no commercial drones.
Take the fun out of it.
All right, now, okay, to that point, the balloons are going to go up unless
Not if you've got
it's
weight on
got
it.
some type of directional thing pushing it, like a little model airplane, right? So Santino's thinking balloons
Yeah, because
with a witch outfit.
No, if you just have like a couple of helium balloons and even one helium balloon, because I used to do this as a kid all the time. I used to have a helium balloon, like a Mylar one, and I would just have a little foam cup and I would put different weights in it to see at what point it would level out. And certain weights give you certain heights, and just the most mild breeze will send it going in one direction.
Across a valley without a problem.
See, I just sucked the helium out of the balloons. That's all I did.
I would eventually too, but you know.
Yep.
I feel like it's most likely because it's not a drone that we know of. I'm going to say it's probably
Unless
not
military.
a witch. I mean, it could be military. It could just be a bunch of balloons. It could be...
It's not balloons.
If
Well,
it was
I don't think
a
it's a
witch,
witch.
though,
It looked
she
fetal
had really
position,
good
right?
style with the
Yeah.
hat
Yeah.
and the robes.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
She's very smartly dressed.
From a historian perspective, how often do witches fly like this? Am I right?
Yeah, so in the studies that I've read of witches, I mean, they claim that witches ride around at night when you get to like the Malleus Maleficarum and stuff. That's one of the things they say. But
aren't they also naked?
Sometimes.
Generally, I mean, in African lore, right? They strip.
Say they're naked and flying.
They take their skin
moon.
off and then they fly on people.
Whoa.
Yeah, right. Well, and then also at night, they say if you wake up with knots in your hair, that the witch was riding you all night.
Oh, man.
Not in
that
way.
context.
Not like that.
Wink, wink.
Oh, my goodness.
Insert
But-
sexy music here.
Yeah. I don't.
That witch was riding me
So
all
it's-
night long.
It's not that it doesn't happen. It's just of the lore of witches, I feel like flying is relatively low on things that people throw out about witches.
All right, next video.
Tangent. All right. Real footage of Wendigo. Heather, since you sent this to Seth and Seth sent it to me, you want to give us the background on this one?
Yeah, so this came out last summer, I believe. This is a Facebook Live. And this person was sitting outside, I believe, smoking on the back stoop. Some odd things had been happening. I believe if you go back on the Facebook profile and check other comments and stuff, odd things have been happening leading up to this point. But they're on the back stoop. They saw something, come inside, turn on Facebook Live and start talking. And then as they're sitting, this is my backyard or whatever. And then something runs across and then they go back inside. The video actually continues. This is just a small snippet.
So I like it so far because that's going to be hard to fake a Facebook Live.
Yeah. So you're going to watch by the poll.
This is the exact spot that I just
There it goes.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
everybody saw it at the same time,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
That's cool.
The reactions are good.
All right. So
Right. And that's pretty much where that goes.
that's awesome, though, because to get that many people to get on board to try to fake something like this would be really, really hard. You'd have to plan it out. I don't know. With what you were saying, that they were that terrified?
Yeah, they were. And then they come back on later, like I said, with another live. They're still freaking out about it. And like the family, friends, they're all like praying for them and things. Like if that's in your yard, you know, something's wrong. It's really creepy looking. To me, it doesn't seem like what I would think a dog man would look like.
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned that because I've seen like 3 variants of this. One says it's a dogman, one says it's a Wendigo, and then another one was just isolating that part where the thing actually passes. They were playing it in slow motion, and they were calling it a ghost horse, which I can almost see why they say that because it looks like just the front half of a horse.
Get that pause on lock.
Yeah, get ready. It's fast.
This is the exact spot that I
Right?
There.
You can barely see it, but
Yeah, so you
but
can see like 2 legs.
Like the limbs are
very
so long.
Very long and thin. And then the torso.
the one thing I'm wondering though is because I don't know what that is, but remember that footage we had of the security guard who would see the little orbs or whatever pass on the camera? He wasn't seeing them in real life. Now this person's watching their phone and zooming in on a spot and watching people comment. So I'm wondering, since we don't know where their eyes were, I'm wondering, did they see this in real life run past them, or did they see it on the phone? Because if they saw it on the phone, that could be some sort of anomaly. Not
They
necessarily.
saw something
The
before
way-
the phone, because that's why they went and got their phone.
Yeah.
Right, well...
But the
But
way
it
the
could have been
light,
something different.
the way the light around that pole hits whatever's running.
It doesn't really hit it. It almost looks transparent. I'm just wondering if this is like some sort of like rod situation or like more bugs and crap in front of the lens that could, when you're seeing it on the lens,
It goes on
freaks you
the
out.
back side of the pole. Is
Yeah.
what's
I don't
weird.
think so.
Yeah, it starts behind the pole and then runs in front of it, I think.
See, to me, that's the problem. Is I don't doubt the legitimacy of their reaction. I doubt the legitimacy of something actually being out there in real life, because the lighting doesn't seem to make sense. Even if it was that close as perceived to the pole, there should be some ambient light hitting it, and it's not. I'm gonna vote for probably smoke from their cigarette because it looks like it just kind of looks wispy like that, and when they pan down, it would appear that it's just following the camera. It doesn't seem to be tethered to anything. It seems to clearly move down with the camera when they shake it. It doesn't seem attached to the ground at all.
I mean, it's definitely very odd, and I can't say if it's real or not. I mean, the reaction's real, like you said. The fact that it fake alive where you're responding to things. It's just a matter of what was it, and I don't think there's great evidence either way.
Had
Unexplained.
you seen this? Yeah, had you seen this before?
No, I have not.
Okay, so then
first time.
So you and Aaron were the only ones that hadn't seen this before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so half and half, I guess. Loot crate.
Loot
yeah.
crate? What? Tell me about this.
You don't know about Loot Crate?
I don't. Please inform me.
We
Oh,
got a treat for you.
Courtney.
Yeah.
Loot Crate. It's the coolest thing. You go online to lootcrate.com. Is that right?
Yeah. You're doing great. Loot Crate's a subscription service that gives you cool stuff to your door. This is what it looks like.
So if you want one, you can get one at a discounted rate by using STM15.
sure
Get
you use
15% off.
STM 15.
Yeah.
Yep. And we're also doing a giveaway.
Oh, that's right. So if you send in a video for us to watch, you'll get put in the mix with everybody else, and we're gonna pick one of you guys.
Yep.
And one of you guys are gonna win this box.
Yep. This one.
So if you want to win it,
Send us
I'll put
video.
your name in twice if you add $5.
No.
Oh, okay, no. All right, the last video, Santino. What do we got? 1989.
Real ghost footage. This
I wasn't alive at this time. I
You were born in.
was born in 1990.
That's right.
What?
So this one's got
Sorry.
You a
an
liar?
interesting backstory behind it.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Oh
he's
my
you're
God.
30, right?
What? Yeah.
Oh.
This video, I just found this one last night. As far as I've been able to tell,
Ooh.
there's very little on it. No one's ever debunked it. There's only this version that I've been able to find online. And I researched the guy who shot it, and he doesn't have a whole lot going on either. So go ahead and click it, and we'll talk about it some more.
The End is the name of the channel.
1989. This mysterious black apparition was captured by videographer Daniel Hobbit.
You can't explain it, but you just know it's real.
Hobbit has spent many years trying to capture compelling evidence that ghosts are real. He shot this eerie video in the home of a very frightened couple, convinced they were living with a disturbed spirit or entity. Despite the family's refusal to ever enter the room again, Hobbit braced himself and went in alone with his video camera.
Dude's
Once
name's
inside,
awesome.
Hobbit said he felt that some force was directing him to an antique picture on the wall.
Black, transparent, shadowy mass of some sorts, of someone or something standing by the bed. I remember the look on the husband's face. He stands up and he's pointing at the television, shaking his head, going, "My God," he says, "that's exactly what I saw."
Hobbit even caught the apparition reflected in a mirror. This shot
Whoa.
persuades many top researchers that we are witnessing a real ghost on tape.
Mr. Hobbit panned the camera to the right and caught a reflection of the image in the mirror in the room.
That's
It's an
impressive.
artifact. It's not going to be reflecting in the mirror in the same angle as it would be as if it was actually there.
Do apparitions show up in mirrors? Or is that just vampires don't?
Vampires.
Vampires do not show up in mirrors.
And the man who shot this video...
We can rule out vampire guys.
Not a vampire.
Yeah.
Ghost on tape.
So
That's basically it.
did you look? So you looked into the videographer?
Looked into the videographer. I looked into everything I could find about it. And so this was shot in 89. In 91, he sued a company that he had temporarily licensed the rights to use that footage. And he tried to sue them on the grounds that his footage was damaged once they gave it back. And so that the tape was kind of irreparably damaged. So he, at that point, had been looking into capturing ghosts on camera for 2 years prior.
Okay.
And he would travel around with a psychic, and free of charge, they would travel to places where ghosts were sighted and attempt to help wandering spirits get to the other side. Since then, I looked him up. He's got an IMDb. There's only 3 credits on it, one of which is this documentary. He doesn't seem to have gone far in that career.
If he's filming it and he's seeing it in the camera, would it not be there but show up in the camera in the same location, like in that corner? Like, it's interesting that he pointed at the mirror.
Yeah, the fact that you see it in a mirror kind of, I'm not going to say completely rules out an anomaly, but it certainly makes an anomaly difficult.
Yeah.
Thing is, they never show him pan to the mirror. They say he does, but they don't show it.
They just show a cut
him
of it.
cut to the
Yeah.
mirror. And there's a big difference between panning and cutting.
So you think he put a magnet on his lens to get that black dot to show up?
There's a number of things he could do to fake this.
Right? Couldn't you do something like that on those old VHS cameras?
Well, the funny thing is that there's, a lot of people online are saying that this is a thing that, because of its age, couldn't be faked, and that's true of modern technology. But my knowledge on video is pretty limited. So last night, I'm on a couple groups on Facebook that deal with practical effects and things. One's called Practical Effects Group. So I put this video up there and I put the word out and I said, okay, anybody know how you could easily do this on video? And by this morning, I had a lot of comments. Most of them ruled out an anomaly, but 2 or 3 of them actually, I think they cracked it. One guy suggested what you could do is you could take 2 polarizing filters, a broken one that you cut a piece out of and then another one wedged between a piece of glass in front of the lens. Because if you notice, that thing forms as he's zooming out. So as he's zooming, he could even be racking focus with the polarizer, and that could create the black mass. Another guy actually had an even more elegant solution, and he said if you just had a little dot from a black marker or paint or something right on the lens, that when you're zoomed in, your focal length is such that it would pretty much disappear entirely, and then as you zoom out, it'll form. See right there, again, he's doing that same thing. He's zooming out from the mirror. And if you notice, it's not completely contained within the mirror. At least it doesn't appear so. At the bottom left-hand corner of the mirror, it seems to be bleeding over the mirror.
But what would be the purpose in doing that?
To sue a company for $100,000.
Either that or to just make a name for himself. And I mean, he'd been looking for ghosts and crap traveling with a medium for 2 years prior.
Is that the last one?
That's the last one for this episode.
Oh, man.
That was quick.
Well, thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, then prove it.
Then prove it.
Prove it by liking it.
Prove your love to us.
Oh, yeah, Zach says subscribe.
Do it for Zach. Do it for Zach.
Let's see if we can get Zach. He should be here soon.
Yeah.
He should be.
Yeah,
I love that we did this.
So
Yeah.
you might see Zach in the flesh, other than like in
pillow
the hauntings
form.
episodes.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll see ya.
See ya.
Yo, I think Zach's here. Oh.